Hey guys, so today we're going to start off with a little bit of mobility. We're going to do two stretches. We're going to do a lat doorway stretch and a couch stretch. I'll demo that really quickly for you. So on the lat stretch, any doorway you can find, take your hand, thumb down, and really you're going to pull on that doorway. Hand is going to go through, lean down, push your head through, and you can, especially if you turn your head a little bit away, you can feel that lat stretching here. Okay, so here's your lat stretch, and then you can switch sides. On the couch stretch, make sure you have something for your knees, but we've done this before. You're gonna have one knee down on the ground, and the other one is in a lunge. I'm gonna open up this side by raising my arm, leaning back a little bit, and now my stretch is all the way through the side right here. Cool? So let's start off with some mobility on those. Then we have a warm-up of 3 sets, 30 seconds each. Shoulder circles, reverse Samson, and plank. Okay, so for the shoulder circles, I always like to make smaller circles to start, and then getting bigger and bigger on the shoulder circles. The reverse Samson would be, instead of a regular Samson lunge, I'm gonna go in reverse, okay? And finally, plank. You would do a regular plank on either your hands or your elbows, okay? And then next one would be a side plank, and then on the other side. So those are the movements for the warm-up, 3 sets, 30 seconds per movement. And then warm-up number 2, we have 6 scat pulls, towel pulls, or plate rows. On the scat pulls, if you have a pull-up bar, you can get active from a dead hang into that active position 6 times. If you want to throw a towel up on the door and do your scat pulls that way, you can do it, or plate row. That can also be substituted by any other object. So in my case, I'm going to take this dumbbell right here. I'm going to get over to a bent over position, making sure that my back is straight, pull my shoulder blades back, and I'm going to pull in this heavy object for my rows like that. Cool? Then we'll do 10 reverse lunges with just body weight. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some reverse lunges, just body weight, and finally I'm gonna do 6 reverse goblet lunges with, in this case, a dumbbell. Here are my reverse goblet lunges. Cool, that's the warm-up. Okay guys, for the WOD, pretty cool. Today we have 3 sets of a 5-minute AMRAP. So 3 5-minute AMRAPs with a 2-minute rest in between. In that 5-minute AMRAP, you're gonna do 5 straight pull-ups. So an alternative to that, if you don't have a bar, is to do those towel rows, drape the towel over the door, close the door, and essentially pull yourself in, kind of like ring rows you would do with the ring row, but now it's with a towel. And another substitute for pull-ups, if you don't wanna do the towel thing, would be, again, maybe use a dumbbell or another heavy odd object. So in my case, if I'm using a dumbbell, I would take my dumbbell or another heavy object, and again, come over like this, bring my shoulder blades back, pull the object into my chest. Cool? That is the scaling option or the modification for the straight pull-up. Then we have 10 dumbbell goblet reverse lunges, and finally 15 Abmat sit-ups. So on the goblet reverse lunges, again, you'll have that dumbbell or an odd object in that goblet position. Make sure big chest, eyes forward, 1 reverse lunge, alternating legs, 2 reverse lunge. Cool? And finally on your sit-up, if you have an Abmat, cool. If not, then just regular sit-ups. Use that arm swing for some momentum. Just make sure that you're all the way back, coming up all the way through, touching the ground in between your feet. All the way down and all the way up. And the way it's going to work is you're going to do as many rounds of this as possible in 5 minutes, right? And then you have a 2-minute rest. At the start of the next 5-minute set, in terms of rounds and reps, just pick up where you left off. So if after the first 5-minute AMRAP, I'm at 4 rounds and 3 reps, at the start of that second 5-minute AMRAP, I would start with 4 rounds and 4 reps, and then 5, etc., etc. Cool? We also have, when we're done, a cool down. We'll do some child's pose, some shoulder and T-spine stretches, and finally a couch stretch. I look forward to seeing you guys for this workout. Let me know if you have any other questions. Miss you guys.